I've gotten a few requests to show you how I make my beaded disco balls. So let's go ahead and make one. You're gonna need 30 beads, and this will make it so much easier if you set up your beads like this. So there's 10 rows, and I'll give you a minute to set that up. In the meantime, we are gonna need about 2.5 to 3 feet, if you wanna be safe, of copper wire. I should be using silver, but I just ran out. So I'm using gold with silver beads. It's 26 gauge copper wire. Let's get into it. You're gonna take your first 4 beads and thread those on. And then that 5th bead, we're gonna do what I call giving it a bow tie. So you pass both wires through, give it a little bow tie, and then tighten it. So this part, this first one, you're gonna wanna try to tighten it as close to the center as you can. Okay, now you have a little 5-petal flower. Now, you're always gonna thread your beads on the right side. So we take these 3, thread those on. Bow tie this one. Okay. Now you have 2 5-petal flowers, and they share one. Now, here are your new beads. You want to anchor it onto this one. So you're going to thread this left wire through this top bead here. And then pull it tight. Okay, so now you literally just keep going, and with this setup, you know exactly what comes next. So thread on my 2, bow tie my 3rd. Pull it tight, anchor it. So to this top bead. Okay. Now again with these 2, oops. And bow tie the 3rd. And then you're going to anchor it to this top bead. Okay, 2 more. Anchor this one, bow tie this one. Now this one, you're going to want to thread through the tops of both of these. Bonus points if you can get it through both at the same time. Okay, let me just keep going. Now this one is just one. And bow tie in this second. And now this one just has to go through the top. back to 2. Anchor the 3rd. Bow tie the 3rd. Whatever. Okay, now this one has 2 to anchor. Okay, now it's just 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 until the last bead. Oops. This will be my bow tie. Okay, now you can see that the ball is starting to form. You want to make sure that it's folding inward. And this one you anchor to the top 2. Let me show you that again. Anchor to these top 2. Okay. Now this one is going to go on 2. These are the last beads you're going to do like this. You're going to bow tie this one. Pull that tight. Now, put it through these 2 like normal. To anchor. It gets harder and harder not to kink your wire once the ball starts coming together, but just do your best. Okay, now it gets a little tricky. So I'm gonna hold it like this. If you can see, my fingernails are on these 4 beads. So I have 2 and 2, and now there's 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom. So those are my 8 beads. Now this one is coming out of here. I want this one too as well. So I'm gonna thread that one through once. Just the one. Okay, so I was like this. Now both of these are coming out of the bottom of these 2. And now you're gonna bow tie this last bead. Ooh. and pull that tight. Now, as you can see, this is where this is open, right? You gotta close that. So that bead's anchored. Now, here is your last 5-petal flower, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Either string, I do the longer one, so is gonna thread through all of the rest of them. Or you can go and meet in the middle, but just depends on how much wire you have on either side. So I'm gonna thread these through each. Okay, the last one. Ah! Of course, the last one kinks. Anyway, undo that kink properly. And there it is. So now with these two, I take this, make sure that's really tight there, and then just twist the ball. And you could twist that. I then pinch it here, bring it down to make a loop. Let me do that again. I pinch it here, bring this down to make a loop. Wrap this under and around the back and over. And just wrap that a bunch of times, a few times. And then cut that off. I don't have pliers with me, but you'll want to push that edge in, and there you go. Now you can secure it to a jump ring or do whatever you want with them.